Deliveroo for dogs. The thousands of pets imported each year without proper checks or health checks or behaviour checks. Charities say licensing needs to change.
We are very used to getting deliveries direct to our door, aren't we, whether it's food or clothes. But now we're being warned of a trend which sees dogs being delivered straight to people's homes from overseas.
Yeah, and animal welfare groups are concerned about foreign rescues being sent directly to UK homes, potentially with infectious diseases or behavioural problems, and without thorough vetting.
The government says Great Britain has one of the toughest pet border checking regimes in the world, and it's committed to preserving the UK's high standards of biosecurity and animal welfare. It said its measures include document checks on all dogs entering Great Britain and a maximum of 12 months imprisonment or an unlimited fine for illegally importing a dog. Catherine Stancheshin, BBC News.
Well, joining us now is Rory Cellan-Jones, our former technology correspondent who adopted his dog, Sophie, from Romania, and Emma Shaffrey from the charity Forest Dog Rescue. Rory, if we could just come to you first of all this morning. For those of our viewers who maybe aren't familiar with Sophie, just tell us a little bit about her. And also, for those of us who are very familiar with Sophie, how is she?
She's absolutely fine. In fact, I don't know if you can see her, but there she is, fast asleep. Well, she's just keeping an eye on me. My wife's gone away for a few days and she's a bit sulky when she's away, but she likes to hang around with me. I mean, It has to be said, she was a very nervous dog when she arrived from Romania 2.5 years ago. She spent most of her time behind our sofa, our red sofa, for the first 6 months. She didn't leave the house for a walk for more than a year. And she is still quite frightened by the outside world. She's great with us, but we can't take her anywhere crowded, and we have to be very careful with her. And I think we've learned a few lessons about the whole process of importing dogs from abroad.
We're just looking at some lovely pictures of Sophie with your granddaughter there in the garden, and I'm glad that things are going better now. But what do you think you wish you had known, and what do you think you wish you'd done differently?
Well, first of all, I've got to say that the organisation we got her from, a Romanian couple that have lived here for nearly 20 years, they're lovely people. In some ways, they love dogs too much. They were adamant that if the dog didn't work out for us, we could give her back and get the fee repaid within the first week. And at any stage, if we were going to get rid of her, we had to give her back to them. But on reflection, I think we were possibly a bit hasty. We found it very difficult to get the kind of dog we wanted from a UK rescue centre. There seemed to be lots of limitations. There seemed to be a lot of staffies, which was not the kind of dog we wanted. And we maybe slightly rushed into this. I think what we've learned is that you probably shouldn't get a dog that you've not actually met. We'd seen a video of her. She looked fine. But it was a shock to us just how scared she was, how traumatised she was by being in a strange place. So my advice would be to be able to actually see the dog before you get it. And there are charities that bring them over and foster them for a while before selling them on. And I think that's the route to go down, because you just don't know what you're getting.
And Rory, for people who are thinking about adopting a dog in the way that you did, perhaps from abroad, I mean, what sort of person do you think it takes to take on this challenge when you do get a dog that needs extra help like Sophie? Well,
something that I possibly don't have as much as my wife has, which is extraordinary patience. You've got to think of how much of your life may be taken over by the dog, and how patient you're going to have to be and how careful you're going to be. I mean, we were very careful, for instance, about letting her near our grandchildren, because although she's never shown aggression, you never know. And that is now going very, very well, but gently. We're going on holiday with the grandchildren and the dog at the end of this week, so that is all going well. But it's taken us 2.5 years to get to that stage.
Well, Rory, we're glad to hear that things are going well and that improvements are still being made. It's great to see you. Thank you so much for your time. Emma too, thank you.